Hey, the king is back and I got a banger. Okay, I got video of the year nominee. I got video of the year favorite UFC fighters who are finished. Okay, they're done. They're fucked. It's not looking too hot for them. Okay, and we're gonna be going over who those fighters are. Starting off with this bum, Henry Cejudo. All right. I used to think Henry was overrated. I mean, overhated. Nah, man, I don't think that anymore. This guy's talking about going down to flyweight. Right, that's when you know it's bad. If he fights Sugar, he's getting knocked out cold. If he moves down to flyweight, he's a like 38-year-old flyweight who, I mean, let's be real, right? You probably still won't be champ down there. I think his chances would probably be better. But for Henry, every single option for Henry Cejudo right now looks pretty cooked. He looks finished, because also if he moves down to flyweight, like, no one will care. No one will give a single damn about it at all. So Henry Cejudo, in my opinion, is practically finished. His career's coming to an end. He's done. He's done out here. Next up, we got a guy who Henry Cejudo fought, Dominic Cruz. This guy hasn't fought in 2 years. 2 years and he's still ranked. Fair play. I mean, doing the commentary job on the weigh-in shows obviously gets you some favors, but I mean, this guy, what options does he have right now? I mean, he didn't take the Aldo fight, which was like the one fight anyone would care about. Anyone else in the rankings is like younger than him, and his style got figured out. That's what happened with Dominic Cruz. His style got figured out. People figured out what to do. I mean, bro, if you're getting beat by Chito Vera, I don't see a future for you, because, you know, Chito fucking is the laziest guy when he's actually fighting, because, you know, he's got all the assets, but he don't do shit with it. Okay? Dominic Cruz is finished. He's practically retired at this point. Okay, like I said, hasn't fought in 2 years. He's retired. He shouldn't even be here. Okay? Shouldn't even be in this list. I'm closing the tab. Get out of here. And then we got the next guy, Calvin Kattar, right? So, you get absolutely battered by Max Holloway in one of the most dominant performances in recent UFC history. Okay, I'd say probably the second most dominant, behind like Figgy versus Benavidez. But you get absolutely dominated. You get 10-8 in multiple rounds. And then you get a win back, which is fair play, like a year later or something like that. You get a win back. And then you fight Arnold Allen. You injure your leg so you can't walk. And then when you come back, you get beat in a 3-round snore fest, right? On the worst fight of UFC 300 by a bantamweight moving up. It's never been more over. It has never been more over for Calvin Kattar. He's finished. He's barely in the top 10 anymore. I mean, where does he go from here? Where does he go? He's going to be given to some like guy outside the top 15 in the rankings, some young gun, right? Some young guy. And that guy is going to dig into the meat and potatoes of his game plan and absolutely beat the fuck out of Calvin Kattar, and then he'll be out the rankings and then he's finished. And he's like the one guy representing his gym except from Rob Font, who's another fighter who's kind of finished. Like, I don't even know what he's up to nowadays. But yeah, Calvin Kattar's finished, man. Yeah, so this one's sad. Yeah, this one's sad. We got the crafty vet who lost his craft, Edson Junior Barboza, in his last fight. I mean, no, I think he put all of his craft into that one last up kick that he threw towards Lerone Murphy, which works. It pretty much knocks Lerone out. You know, Lerone's my boy. Okay, me and Lerone are from the same area. We're tight like that. But listen, man, Edson Barboza just don't have that craft in him anymore. Pretty much all of it went within the Sadiq Youssef fight when he got absolutely battered, but you know, he came back. And then the last of it, he used on Lerone Murphy, and it wasn't enough. And he got absolutely battered for 4 rounds, because he did that at the end of the first, I think. Edson Barboza, I mean, you know, I think in like 2021 time, 2022 time, you know, it's looking alright for him, man. He's looking alright, but you know, he's number 15, he's about to leave the rankings, he's probably going to get given a young gun that's going to kill him. It's over for Edson Barboza. the crafty vet who lost his craft. It's a sad sight to see. Next up, we got Benny Dariush. This guy went from one fight away from a title shot to people just saying that Paddy Pimblett's gonna murder him and then he's out. Come on, man. Come the fuck on. Benny Dariush is finished. I'm trying to think, right? So, you get knocked out by Charles. Which that is what it is. You got knocked out by Charles. And then you got knocked out cold by Arman. But these were both really bad knockouts. And yeah, you got knocked out against like 2 of the top 3 lightweights. But no one's giving you the time of day. The UFC's not going to do you any favours. UFC ain't going to do you a single favour. And the fans don't care. The fans think, oh, bro, you're literally getting fed to Paddy Pimblett, man. People were saying Paddy Pimblett was fucking trash about 6 months ago. Okay. Benny Dariush has been forgotten about. He's been discarded. And now he's just going to get fed to young guys to get murdered. And I feel bad for him. Because he did deserve better and he never got his fucking Tesla. But moving on. Oh no. This was so sad, man. Now this guy literally put nothing into that Sean Brady fight. Okay, there was no soul. There was no heart. There was no meaning. There was no love for the fans. There was no wanting to save your career. Gilbert Burns went in that fight and he said fuck it, and he kind of just like, he did the motion but he didn't fight it, you know what I mean? You got mugged by Sean Brady. Before that, you beating JDM, you get kneed in your head. Who did he lose to before that? He lost to someone else. Okay. And Gilbert Burns is a real one. I think everyone likes Gilbert. He lost to Bilal. Everyone likes Gilbert Burns. But ever since that guy was popping off at the start, 2023, he has not been the same. Straight up. And that Sean Brady fight proved it, because there was no soul in that, man. There was no soul in Gilbert Burns. The guy was just, like I said, just doing the motions. Gilbert Burns is finished. He's turning into Herbert Burns as the minutes go by. So, moving on. Next up, we got Brendan Allen. Let me explain why, right? First of all, this guy had the most fraudulent bullshit win streak in recent UFC history. Bro's best win was Paul Craig, and he was on a 7-fight win streak. Are you kidding me? This guy also looked so shit at every fight he did win, because he got rocked in most of them. And now he's just got beat by Amavov in a terrible performance. And you think the UFC is going to do this guy any favours? Really? This guy, right, has stayed at rank number 8. I mean, he shouldn't even be there anyway. He should probably be about rank number 12 with the wins that he has, rank number 13. But you think that this guy doesn't have to go on another 7-fight win streak to get a title eliminator? This guy has at least 3 years of constant winning that he has to do in hopes of getting another title shot or anything of the sort. He's finished beyond belief. He's getting no favours done, and he might only be 28, but as of right now he's finished and he's in a terrible position. Anyway, next up we're on to the god of being finished, the god of your career being wrapped up over, thrown in the river, drowned with a chain attached to it, and it's sinking and ain't shit you can do about it. Okay, we got Anthony Lionheart Smith. This guy's 20 losses and lost to fucking Roman Dolidze, who I previously thought was the worst ranked fighter male in the UFC. Turns out no, that's Anthony Smith. This guy, as everyone knows, quits in every fight without quitting in the normal sense of just like, you know, stopping the fight. He just goes in a fetal position, right? He's ranked number 12. Everyone bullies him. He has 20 losses. He looks like a fucking boss baby, right? He's fighting Dominic Reyes. Everyone wants Dominic Reyes to win that. Anthony Smith only fights so he can keep his desk job with the UFC for one day, hoping to be a commentator. If you go on his fucking YouTube, right, that Lionheart Lounge, everyone's just bullying him, making on-paper jokes. Anthony Smith, every single win he's had since 2020 has been an opponent being stupid and slipping into a submission, right? Like you had I forgot, bro. I don't know who the fuck they call. You heard that Petrino guy who was recent. I don't remember the other ones though, because they're not great ones. Okay. And every single time he loses, it's really embarrassing. It's a really embarrassing loss. Roman Dolidze, insanely embarrassing because it's Roman Dolidze. Rakic, insanely embarrassing because he just pieced up his leg and just like beat the fuck out of him on the ground. Glover Teixeira literally mauled him like prime Habib. And you want to know the worst part? You want to know why he's the king of being finished? He's not even aware of it. Okay, Henry Cejudo trying to save his career by going down to flyweight. Okay. I'll try to think of other things like that. But he's more deluded than everyone else and he's fucked. But anyway, man, I'm out in a bit. Like, subscribe, do all that. My throat just went. See you, man. Goodbye.